So today we're going to be talking about jealousy and how to deal with jealousy, and this is more geared towards people who are young, whether you're in your 20s or whether you're still in school, high school, middle school, college. This is regarding jealousy, and this one is specifically for the younger audience. And the older audience, if there is anyone watching, I think this will still benefit you guys. So this is about when you have that crush, or you have that person who you're interested, or you're in a relationship with, and most of the time we're talking you're single, but you've established that you like the person and they know. However, you've established it. So they deep down know. And all of a sudden, they intentionally do something to make you jealous. Now let's break this down, male and female. If you are male and a female does this to you, here, help me out, females. If you, first off, if you guys have any advice or different opinions, leave it in comments below. But this is my opinion on topic. I believe that females are more likely to be doing this intentionally. I think it's just in their nature. And so if this ever happens, my opinion and my theory on it is that the best reaction as a male is to not be affected at all, and show them that you don't get jealous, and because that is truly what they are trying to do. When they're trying to make you jealous or evoke some sort of reaction, they are testing your status and your level of insecurity. Because as you will see with successful people, people with quality value, they do not get affected by this sort of jealousy. Think about it. Do the people of monetary success or high social status success, any form of success really get exceptionally jealous? Put anyone's name in a blank that qualify for these traits, such as Bill Gates, or a celebrity. For lack of a better celebrity, I'm just going to choose, I was going to say Justin Bieber, but I'm going to use Justin Timberlake instead. These people don't get nervous or jealous or insecure, and oftentimes that jealousy can come from insecurity. Why are you getting jealous? Oh my gosh, she's talking to that other guy. Oh my gosh, I'm scared she's going to be won over by him. I can't believe she's talking to him. Even if you know that she's doing it to evoke a reaction. And how can you tell? It's very easy. You probably know deep down already, and you can probably detect it through your biological toolkit that you were born with. Usually if she's staring at you constantly or frequently while talking to the guy, or it's very blatantly obvious because you've recently expressed your interest, and she's literally doing something to only the guys next to you, for instance. That's just one possible example, like talking to them or flirting with them in front of you, that sort of stuff. Then you know she's doing it to evoke some sort of reaction from you. People of success like Bill Gates, they do not care because they know they are quality and they have value and they have abundance of growth, and they are a catch and they're one of a kind and they're hard to come by. So they're not worried at all from an insecurity standpoint. As for if you're in a relationship or you sort of committed some sort of bond with this person, that's a different story altogether. But today we're simply talking about you're single and they're doing this sort of stuff. I personally think the best sort of reaction is no reaction, or simply a chill reaction that you don't care. You're not showing any form of insecurity. You're just like, cool, that's all, that's cool. Because she is sort of testing you out. And honestly, it is sort of a compliment in respect, especially if you know she's doing it to evoke a reaction, because it's pretty much implying that, hey, I'm interested in you, and I will flirt with this nameless person that I truly don't care about in front of you to try and evoke some reaction out of you. It's this whole game centered around you. So at the end of the day, it is some sort of compliment. Personally, I don't like girls who play these sort of games, but there you have it. And so before I get to my female audience and tell them if a guy if a guy did this, what to do, because it's different, I just want to mention one last thing. So you're a guy, right? And a female does this intentionally. I've given you my advice on how to respond for that. Why respond in this way? Because if you respond the opposite way, let's say you get angry or jealous or envious, you revealed your whole hand. You revealed that you like this girl. You revealed that you're insecure about your value, and you value the guy who she's flirting with at a equal or higher value, and you view him as a threat rather than someone with status who wouldn't view these people as threats because they know they're awesome. And some of you guys might be like, how can I achieve that sort of type of thinking? Well, you got to work on becoming awesome, and that there's many ways of doing that. However, let's pose the other thing where she's unintentionally doing it. Now, again, same sort of thing, but if it's coming across unintentionally to the point where she's literally throwing herself or doing blatantly exceptional things with other guys, you really have to think about what's going on. Did you really establish a true connection with this person? Is she just a bimbo? If she is, or if she's just, not really thinking or just willing to do whatever, either there really wasn't that big a connection with you guys and you really didn't have that much in common, or she really didn't value you that much or have that much interest in you, or you really just have to, say, hey, hello, because maybe she really hasn't noticed you. And again, we're simply talking for the single people. We're assuming that you are single, she's single. We're not getting into boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, because that's a different issue entirely. If she was doing this in those situations, she's just not the type of girl you should have tied the knot with in the first place. And so that's what I want to say about that. Let's switch over to my female audience. You're the female, the guy's doing this. Now, guys are different. I don't think they do it as much naturally. If they're doing it, either some dude or some female or some male friend of his brought the subject up. Hey, you might want to try this. Where did they get it? They probably saw some female do it, because some females do it more naturally. Guys usually don't play games with the jealousy card. It's a very insecure thing to do, in my opinion. But let's say he's doing it. And first off, you really have to judge if it's intentional or not. You really have to really figure it out. If it is intentional, most likely the guy's some sort of player, or he may not be, but he's like, those sort of games are just too much and it's not needed. And you really have to judge the degree of the amount of jealousy he's employing. If he's simply talking or chatting to another female just nonchalantly, that may just be him talking to people. But if he's eyeing you constantly, or doing blatant flirtatious stuff, touching her and stuff, and then blatantly trying to evoke a reaction out of you by constantly looking over at you, that's a different thing. And you may just want to step away from that sort of character, because that's a guy who has decided to do that sort of stuff. It's just not, it's never a natural, unintentional sort of thing. And if he is doing that sort of stuff, one could argue that he really does not value you to that extent. He's truly just trying to pull on your strings. On the flip side, though, let's say he's unintentionally doing it. Guys are stupid. You know, sometimes a lot of guys are meatheads, and they really don't place too much value on a lot of girls. They just say, hot girl, I'm going to talk to her, blah 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 blah, hot girl. And honestly, if that's the case, you know, good for him, because a lot of guys don't have the cojones to even talk to all these girls, or the connections to do so. And therein you're simply just talking about social status and so forth. And I mean, if a guy's got that sort of abundance, then, like, you know, it's, especially if you're in the single situation, there's not, like, you can't blame him from doing that. But again, we're not going to talk about relationships. If he's a guy, if he's a boyfriend or girlfriend, that's a different issue, I would say. Then you have to step in, depending on the degree that he's doing it. You really have to gauge how hard he's going. And so yeah, you can see there's a difference, because if the girl's intentionally doing it, you know, it could be a compliment if you handle it right. It's just, you just don't respond, you're just very chill about it. You know you're awesome, and you just go about your day and be awesome. And if you really are awesome and you have that sort of value, and you're a man with a life with a lot of achievements, and you've got a lot of stuff done, it's not going to affect you. But if a guy intentionally does it, you know, you probably may not want to hang around with this sort of person. If a girl unintentionally tries to evoke jealousy, again, usually it's not a problem. If it's very blatant and it's unintentional, and she's not doing it to evoke anything out of you, then you really have to just question if this girl really is interested in you, or really worth your time anyways. And finally, to sum it all up, if you're a female and a guy unintentionally does it, again, it could just be a social status sort of thing. And I mean, really, he could just be that sort of person who likes to talk to people, and he's just unintentionally being flirtatious. And again, you know, you really have to question how much he's interested in you if he's doing it with all these other girls when you're around as well. Again, it depends also. It's a lot of gray area. It's not all black and white. You know, sometimes guys, they'll acknowledge the fact that you're in demand, or you have a lot of attention, and therefore they won't give you as much attention, because they know that, you know, they treat everyone equal, and they realize that you've grown up always receiving the most attention, and they want to, you know, cut the loop. Whether it's because they want to show you that, hey, I don't put you on a pedestal, I view you as an equal, you don't deserve special treatment, and that's a compliment. Or for whatever other reason, maybe they're just really cool people who really view all females as equal, and they're not intimidated by looks, and therefore they don't give you special treatment. And that's a rare guy to come by, and that could be one of the reasons why he's not giving you as much attention. So it's not all black and white, it's gray. As always, like, favorite, share, and subscribe to this video. It's free. Hit the subscribe button below, and that way you'll be notified when my next video is up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. And if you want to help, leave in the comments your own advice, your experiences, your stories and opinions, so you can help out others and give your insight on the topic and your advice. And if you think this video could help anyone, please share it with them, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.